Well, here we are out on the lake. We're on a warming trend. It's early spring. About a month ago, this lake was iced over. Actually, like 3 weeks ago. But it has warmed up like crazy from that freak cold spell. And the water temperature is getting into that 60-degree range, even the mid-60s, right, in the afternoon. That means spawn. Bass are coming in to spawn. Everybody knows it. Everybody goes to the banks, tries to catch them up there. There's a lot of fish up there, but we've had so much cold that I think there's probably a lot of fish still out. So we're gonna move around and see what the best bite is today. And even when there's a big time move of fish to the bank and the spawn, there's always still some fish that are pre-spawn. And as the spawn goes on, you'll have a lot of post-spawn fish and pre-spawn fish at the same time that are out off the banks. And those fish are less heavily pressured, and a lot of times they're easier to catch. And they could be some of the bigger average size fish as well. So a lot of stuff goes on. We're gonna move in and out and see what the bite is the best today with the spawn. It's early. I don't know how many fish have moved in, but hopefully we're gonna find some fish that are biting and hey, maybe catch some real big ones. Oh yeah. So we started shallow and going for the spawning fish that were up there cruising, and man, there weren't a whole lot up there, and they weren't real aggressive. It's like they just showed up, but still caught a few on the flash minnow wake here. Very shallow wake bait, also floats real high and jerks. So since there's not a lot up there, we're going to back on out and try to get more of the pre-spawn fish, maybe on the outside edge of the spawning flats, and so we're going to go to work on that and out a little bit deeper, looking for the ones that are still staging. And this is a lightning pointer 110, one of my favorites. We're also going to try a flash pointer, and that's 100. The difference is it has a little bit more of a flat side, similar bill, but this has more of a flat side and it has more of a wobbles a little bit different. It's a different look. So we're going to go through these two baits and we're just going to play with them and let the fish tell us which ones they like the best. A lightning pointer 110, and I'm starting with ghost minnow color. I have chartreuse shad as well, and then the flash pointer, the bigger size. This is a ghost color, kind of translucent, and this is a threadfin shad color that's more of a solid white. So we're gonna run these and see what we can do. Got on a windy bank, throwing a suspending jerkbait. Oh yeah. And this lightning pointer is something else. There we go. Nice one. So they're just about to go on the beds here. They're just, some are staging. They really haven't committed all the way out, and we're just fishing these windy banks just off of the spawning areas. In about maybe 6 or 8 feet of water. Just going through, getting different actions, different sizes, and on a windy bank outside the spawning areas. And that one came up and smashed it right by the boat. Wish they were all that aggressive right now, or maybe they just are getting right and we found the right bait. See you, buddy. Now it is kind of cloudy. Usually I prefer to throw a more of a brighter color, but I just figured I'd try the ghost minnow since this water is so clear and the bites are really tough right now, and that seemed to do the trick for that one. That was a really aggressive strike, so maybe there's a lot more here. Hold on. There's one. Oh, that's a good one. Whoa, hit me close. Look how aggressive. Yeah. Whew. Another big fat female. Look at that. That's awesome. It's a good one. Yeah. Man, I wish they were built like that all year. Catch them that fat, they're just footballs. That is just awesome. Look at how this fish is shaped. Come on, come on. Come on. What a beauty. What a beauty. Look at that. Heck yeah. Man, what a beautiful fish. They are biting now. Found out where they are. It's been one after another. This is probably, fourth fish in maybe the last 20 casts. It's awesome. When you find, the right stuff, it can get special real quick. All right, where's your mama? That fish hit it going 100 miles an hour like it had friends. Always check your line after you catch one on a jerkbait. This is 12-pound line. Any nick can turn it into 8 or even 6-pound line. And these jerkbaits are so long, and when you catch a fish and they're, fighting and going around, a lot of times your line may come back and hit some of your split rings or some of your hooks, and it can nick your line. So just always check your line and be real careful. It's a good idea to always retie too, but I want to get back in there and catch another one real fast. Hope it doesn't cost me. Line felt good though. There must be a lot of them here. That was really aggressive. That fish hit it on a run. I mean, about jerked my rod down. That's awesome. There's one. Oh yeah, come on, be a big one. Okay, we got all sizes. That is one of the beautiful things about a jerkbait. It doesn't matter if it's a 3/4 pounder like this one, or if it's a 10 or 12 pounder. They will all eat this jerkbait. It looks just like what they're eating. About the best bait fish imitator you can get. Grow up, buddy. Okay. Just swiping at it. That's how they get hooked like that. Probably means there's a bunch more. Like I said, that's 3 casts in a row, so there's a lot of fish. But when they get real aggressive, it's still by his mouth, but they just come in and aggressively strike at it, which is what's really nice about having 3 sets of treble hooks, because you can hook them when they just take a swipe at it and hit it going so fast. So, see you, buddy. Okay. Okay, this is one of my favorite suspending jerkbaits. It's called the Lightning Pointer. This is the 110. It's a medium large suspending jerkbait, I guess you could say. It has a pretty sharp, deep rattle. It's not a crazy rattle. It's kind of a tight rattle, if that makes sense. It's not BBs flying over the place. It just makes a good, every time you give it a chop, it goes, makes a crack with the rattles. Very lifelike look. We got the Lucky Craft Great Finishes. It's not a really deep suspending jerkbait. You might get it down to 10 feet on a super long cast, but it stays, I think mostly in the 3 to 5 to 6 foot range, which is perfect for what I wanted to do today. If I want a jerkbait to go deeper, I use one that has a deeper bill on it. The bill on the Lightning Pointer, it's a little bit rounded. It's not a square like a lot of them are. It gives a little bit different action, which is the key to it. Bass see so many different jerkbaits with so many different actions. Just a little bit different wrinkle and lifelike shimmy. Really helps you get more bites. It also rocks pretty good. When it's sitting there still, you watch it, it rocks just a little bit, and I think that's because of the weight transfer of those BBs that are in there as well, the rattling system. So it's a great bait, catches a lot of fish, and it's one of my favorites, the Lightning Pointer 110. Whoa. Well, I just had a really nice fish chased my jerkbait all the way up and didn't get it, and I hit my button and let him, and he was just nipping at it, and I hope this is the same fish because it was a nice one. Yeah. No, it's not. It's a different fish. the little fish swooped in and got it. How funny is that? I mean, it was like a 5 or 6 pounder, just came and nipped that on the surface, and then I just dropped it back and I said, oh, I got him. This is not him. So they're grouped up. Typical, you know, pre-spawn. And oh man, that big one just was playing with it. He didn't really want to eat it. He just kind of, and this little guy got it. But man, look at the body form of that one. That's not a baby monster. God, how pretty. Chunk. Okay, so I know where that fish was. It was right there. It's so frustrating. I watched it follow it up and it just, come on. So the cadence, how fast do you work your jerk bait? Well, you got to let the fish tell you what you need to be doing, the speed. And a lot of that is dictated by the water temperature. Right now the water is in the low to mid 60s. It's really warmed up this afternoon, but it's been really, really cold in the last week or so, so it's just now warming up. Fish are just coming in to spawn, and a lot are still out, or most of them are still out. Mid 60s, low to mid 60s, fish are pretty active. I had a fish, you know, chase it up and blow up on it, so that tells me that they want it fast, they want to chase. If you're jerking, you know, a jerk bait when the water's in the 50s or even the 40s, typically the pauses are a lot longer. You know, sometimes people will sit there and jerk the jerk bait a few times, set the rod down, drink a cup of coffee, and pick the rod back up. It's just sitting there like a stunned shad the whole time. And believe it or not, that really works. And some of the lakes, like the Highland Lakes in Missouri, like Table Rock and what have you, they're very famous for that. But, you know, change it up. I'm doing a 1-2, you know, probably 2 jerks, a pause, and maybe 3 jerks real fast and pause, occasionally doing either a sweep or reeling real fast 3 or 4 times and just trying to trigger them. And it's like a cat and mouse game. You're just trying to get them to pounce. And you get a lot of follows, you know, with some of the new technology, new graphs. If the wind was right here, you know, maybe I could see them following it and you know they're on it, and you try to, you know, just wiggle it just right to get them to go ahead and commit. But when you get around with some real active fish, they'll let you know, and they're going to go ahead and clobber it and chase and fight each other on it. So faster is working good so far this afternoon, and heck, faster you can work it, the more casts you can make. And the more fish you can catch. Got you. Stay on there, baby. Oh yeah. Come on, lightning pointer. Got me a good one. Yeah. Man, they fight. I don't know if this is the same fish, but I've had several follows in here and I finally got that guy. Well, I don't have him yet, do I? Come on. Whoa. They can't stand this lightning pointer. Yeah, that's a good one. I love catching fish like this. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. Look at this fat one. They're so fat. Pre-spawn, healthy. Been feeding up all winter. And they do not quit either. Come on. Come here. Oh, I think it's a 4 or 5 pounder. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, stay down. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Barely got it. Don't judge, don't do it. I know you want to. Oh, yeah. Whew. Lightning pointers strikes again. What a bait. What a fish. Look at this size. Man, that's beautiful. All right. Let's get back out there and catch us another one. See you, baby. Yeah. So I've been going through a bunch of different jerk baits today, and kind of what's been most successful is just finding the right action, the right motion for the day. And it's hard to go wrong with the lightning pointer. This is the lightning pointer 110 in ghost minnow color. It's a great bait, got a nice kind of a crack and rattle. It has a kind of a rounded lip there that gives it a little bit different direction when you're jerking it. It doesn't go real deep. It's not a super deep diver. It stays up maybe 3 to 5 feet, pretty good, which is just what I wanted for these conditions here. It is the ticket today, and it has got their number today. Lightning pointer 110. Let's go get us another one. Had a lot of fun today. The lightning pointer 110 really sealed the deal today. Had to move around, moved in, moved out. Finally got out and found some pre-spawn fish just waiting to come in to spawn, and that's what a suspending jerkbait is great for. Today, the flavor of the day that was most successful was the ghost minnow colored lightning pointer 110.